Hi everyone, Pattaya Owl here, Swadikap, Sabaidi Mai, hope you're well. Well, this vlog is about my addiction. My addiction to Pattaya. So, as you may know from following the channel, I first went to Thailand in June 2023 and I was introduced to Pattaya after a few days in Bangkok. And ever since that first night out in LK Metro, and I spent most of the night in the Unreal Bar on LK Metro, I've never looked back since. I'm hooked, I'm addicted to Pattaya, and we're over 2 years in. And if anything, that love and addiction for Pattaya has grown. Yeah, but Owl, what is it you actually love about it? How can you be addicted to Pattaya? Oh, that's a good cuppa. In the Taz Cup. Oh, first of all, I'm now a holiday maker to Pattaya. I'm not a resident of Pattaya. I can't claim that. So I can only look at it from the eyes of a holiday maker who is addicted to Pattaya. And first on the list is the build up to the trip. The excitement of choosing the dates, booking the dates off work, then going on to Skyscanner to get an indication of prices for flights, then more than likely going direct to an airline. And my next two trips, as you know, it's Thai Airways in October and it's the Norse Atlantic Airways in January, and I have no idea how that one's going to go. And according to some of you guys out there, you think I've made a mistake booking with Norse. Apparently it's not amazing and some of the reviews are a bit sketchy, but I'm going to remain open-minded and I'm going to vlog it all and paint a true picture of my experience in January. Then of course, when you found the flight and you've booked it, it's then the excitement of going onto booking.com or whichever third-party website you use and booking your hotels. And as we know, for the October trip, it's a different hotel every couple of nights. And in January, I've gone for one hotel for the whole 14-night duration, and that is the Golden Sea Hotel just off Soi Buakhao. And I think a lot of you guys watching the channel, I say guys, that means men and women, by the way. I know we've got a whole range of people from all over the world watching this channel. You will be able to relate to the excitement of the build-up of the trip. And to be fair, I've seen that in a lot of the viewing figures for the videos in the build-up to the trip. The one around I'm booking it, it's booked, this, that and the other. It's exciting and it's an unexpected feeling, really. And then there's the day before. And in some cases on previous trips, the night before, where I've stayed at Heathrow Airport. And my days, the excitement and getting butterflies now thinking about it the night before. On some trips, I've arrived at the airport and flown out. On the majority of the trips, I've actually gone there, stayed in a hotel for the night before, sat in the bar, having a beautiful pizza and a beer, knowing that the day after, I am flying to one of the most exciting countries in the world with the best nightlife city in the world, and that is Pattaya. Well, don't tell me you actually enjoy the airport as well. I do enjoy the whole airport experience, from arriving at the airport, if it's sitting in departures, going to a lounge, waiting for the flight, the excitement, the anticipation, the butterflies, because I've never always been a super, easy for me to say, confident flyer, believe it or not. The Owl has been a bit nervous at flying in the past, but I love and I thrive off that nerves and adrenaline when I'm waiting to board a plane. Of course, you get takeoff, in-flight entertainment, and then the arrival. And let's talk very briefly about the arrival. You're less than 1,000 feet approaching Bangkok Airport and you can see beautiful Thailand. You can see the buildings, you can see the greenery, you can see the lakes, and you know in about 6 minutes you're going to be on the tarmac at Bangkok Airport. It's an amazing, overwhelming feeling, I'm stumbling my words, of freedom. I go through step by step of why I'm addicted to Pattaya. A lot of it is emotion, a lot of it is feeling. For example, if I arrive at Alicante Airport to go to Benidorm, I do not get any of these overwhelming feelings that I'm in such a amazing, exciting place, and I've got probably the best 2 weeks of my life ahead of me. It only happens in Thailand. It only happens with Pattaya. At the airport now, on the majority of my trips, I've actually been picked up by Jojo, and a big shout out to Jojo and Jojo Taxis. It was actually Jeff Carter who recommended her, and since then she's become a good friend and picks me up from the airport every single trip without fail, and it's roughly, from memory, about 1,400 baht from the airport to Pattaya, and of course that can change, but that's what it's been roughly on previous trips. Joe likes to be on camera as well, and if you check out one of my latest vlogs, arriving in Bangkok on the most recent one, back in March, on the attempted move, Jojo's there, driving me onto Beach Road with a big dinosaur on the beach, if you can remember. And then the journey itself, with a couple of cold beers in the taxi. What a feeling. The first Chang, or in my case, Singar, happens in that taxi on the way to Pattaya. And as we know, the journey takes about an hour and a half if the traffic's good from Bangkok Airport to Pattaya. And I have a couple of beers. Surely you'd get these feelings anywhere you go. You can get a taxi anywhere in the world and have a beer in the taxi. Not the same, and until you actually go there and experience it yourself, you'll understand what I mean. Now, granted, not everyone is going to love Thailand and love Pattaya. You've got to have something within yourself in order to like it. You know, not everyone's going to love it. But I've travelled the world, and I've never had the excitement of going on holiday before anywhere else. And I've certainly never returned to a destination as many times as I have with Pattaya and Thailand. I've done New York. No intentions of going back. I've done the majority of Spain, Italy. To be fair, the only one that comes close where I've been 4 times, just to put it out there, is Hong Kong. It is worth a visit. Have a night out in One Chai. Definitely worth it. Now, of course, you're in Pattaya. You know you've got 2 weeks ahead of doing what the ever hell, for me to say, doing what the hell you want. You check into that first hotel, you have a shower, you freshen up. And then it might be some food, it might be a drink, it might be continuing the beers. But the whole point is, when you arrive there, the heat, the smell, the humidity, the food on offer, the bars on offer, the excitement, and I've got the added excitement of creating vlogs for you guys, which makes it even more exciting, is just overwhelming. And I remember in 2023, I was very overwhelmed. Tell you a little story very quickly. I was walking down Second Road towards Soi 7 in June 2023, and I had a little bit of a moment of, oh my God, where am I? What am I doing? I don't have a clue where I'm going. It was completely overwhelming. And it was actually YouTube, being a viewer, a subscriber to a lot of the great channels out there, that helped me. I just stopped, called at the nearest cafe, had a cup of tea, and looked through some of the YouTube videos that were available at the time for advice, for support, for places to go, to understand where I was and what Second Road meant and how far I had to walk to get to the likes of Soi 7, and the fact you can cut down onto Beach Road. And it's kind of one big loop, and it's actually really not that complicated. And I was able to regroup and remember that I've been watching Pattaya vloggers since 2015, and there's a reason why I'm here, and you just need to manage that emotion in the moment, that overwhelming emotion. And I did, and I carried on walking after that, and then bit by bit you acclimatise, I adjust to Pattaya, and then started to fall in love. Oh, why didn't you start a YouTube channel then in 2023? Question I've been asked a lot. As you know, I started in January 2025, and I've been watching YouTube for many years, but I didn't feel ready to do it in 2023. I needed to see Thailand and Pattaya without a camera, without doing it through a lens, and you know, And it was only after that I felt the need to actually create a YouTube channel. I think you've just got to do it when you think it's right. And for some people, they don't even start a channel. Of course, we are the minority. And of course, there's no regrets on the YouTube front. I've got a great backlog, or not backlog, archive of holiday vlogs. I think there's around 300 and something vlogs there. Now, that is a combination of vlogs, live streams, shorts. So my actual regular main vlogs is probably around 150 plus. But it's great. It's a great little diary of my holidays, and you guys seem to have enjoyed them as well. I've mentioned, you know, the heat, the climate, the smells, the bars, the food, the ability to vlog, the whole build up and actually get into Pattaya in the first place, and then the day-to-day moving around the town, for example. That's right. I mean, literally moving around. So, for example, motorbiking, mopeding around Pattaya is so much fun. Obviously, you've got to have your wits about you because there's people flying in every direction. But even walking, and I remember doing a vlog called Pattaya on Foot, and I was just walking and filming everything I saw. It's unbelievable the amount of things that you see. You might see someone go past on a moped with a washing machine on there. You just see stuff which is wild and wacky and entertaining, and it's not as boring as walking in some places out of Thailand. Of course, the entertainment. You know, that might be a gentleman's club, it might be a bar, it might be a go-go, it might be a nightclub. It could be on Soi Buakhao, Soi 7, Soi 6, Soi Diana, Walking Street, Soi Diamond. It could be on the dark side, Jomtien, wherever it is. There is some great selections of all of them types of bars. If you want afternoon drinks or you want a night out in a nightclub, whatever it is, Pattaya has got everything that you could possibly need. And that's why I don't say it lightly when I say it's the best place in the world for nightlife. And we're talking about my addiction to Pattaya in this vlog, and I have to underline entertainment as being a real driver in that addiction. There's something about having a beer and being merry and tipsy, walking around Pattaya, choosing where to go next, knowing you've got all the entertainment in all the bars, and you can finish off listening to a bit of Ministry of Sound if you want, in clubs on Walking Street, especially a Lucifer. That has become one of my favourites. And you're not on your own. You can be on your own if you want, but everybody is up for a chat, a conversation, and the majority of people have a beer with you. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a YouTuber. Even if you wasn't, I've been there, as I said, before I was a YouTuber, and people are happy to have conversations with you. Of course, I'm not going to be the only one in this position who's hooked, who has got the addiction to Pattaya. Please drop it in the comments if you've got the same addiction to Pattaya, if you love it, up there with me. And let me know. Share your experiences. Why are you addicted to Pattaya? Of course, keep it clean. But yeah, I'd love to hear your stories and where you are in your life now. Maybe you've been addicted to Pattaya and you no longer are. Or maybe you're a newbie and you can feel the butterflies and you know there's a potential of you being addicted to Pattaya and getting the bug. Of course, in addition to the build-up, getting there, being there, food, smells, climate, entertainment, the excitement. There's so many other factors, and you will discover them yourself if you've not already, because I know a lot of you guys have been going Pattaya for 40 odd years, so you get it. But even from having a massage for less than a £5, little things like this all make a difference. And for me personally, being a Pattaya YouTuber and proud, I get the benefit of having a meet-up night on Fridays at the cave when I'm there. So even more fuel to add to that addiction. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. We are getting very close to the 4,000 mark. Thank you to everyone who likes and shares and comments on the videos, as well as joining us on the live show. And thank you very much for the Buy Me a Coffees. And also, a lot of you guys have been sending me emails to pattayarawal@gmail.com, either asking for advice on the DTV, clarifying when I'm going to be there so you can be at a meetup night. You can send me an email to pattayarawal@gmail.com, easy for me to say, and I will do my best to respond as and when I can. There aren't many emails I ignore, so I do my best to get back to you. All right, everyone. Well, I thought I'd treat you this weekend. We had a vlog on Friday. That was my midlife crisis. You've had one on Saturday, and that is to do with my decision around being single or not. And then this third one, which the plan is to release this one on Sunday. So I've treated you to three vlogs over 3 days, and this one, of course, is to do with mind blank. Of course, this is to do with my addiction to Pattaya. Tell you what, it's like 25 degrees in this dining room, so got a bit of a sweat on. Maybe I should go onto the water rather than the tea. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this little vlog, give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. And I hope you've enjoyed this little trilogy of vlogs over the weekend. And I'll see you on the next one. Lag on!